your camera's going.
My belongings.
Oh, yes, we need to do a countdown like they did on iCarly.
3, 2, 1, go.
One day you'll see that Dan Schneider likes feet.
What?
What's up, guys? My name's Xavier.
That's Johnny Jupiter.
And this is another episode of Wigga Weekly. I need to close the door. John, tell us about. So John recently, the mic just going. John recently.
Wow.
John,
Where's it going?
John took a trip to Oklahoma. Go ahead
I did.
tell the homies about it while I close this.
So I went on a little vacation. Went on a little 1-week hiatus from the show. Went out on vacation to visit my cousin out at the University of Oklahoma in Norman, Oklahoma. And it was a great time. I really needed that time away. It was honestly very perspective changing, because I've been going through some stuff personally, and it kind of opened my eyes to kind of who I was and who I really am, and it really helped me learn to kind of accept myself. And maybe I'm not as weird or bad or as I thought I was. I always kind of felt like something was wrong with me, but there isn't. And I'm not a perfect person, but it was good. I felt accepted. I made friends with everyone I met. It was a good time. It really was, and I look forward to going back out there eventually.
Wow, that got heavy really fast.
I know.
not to dilute anything that you said. That's wonderful. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we've obviously had conversations about how you felt prior and everything. I'll let you divulge it on your own time or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
we'll get to that someday.
But yeah, wow.
But yeah, I'm doing better, man. I'm doing better. I really am.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But not to get too heavy in the first 2
I was not
minutes of the
expecting.
podcast.
I knew you were gonna say, like, to a degree that you're gonna be like eye opening and stuff like that because of this and that. But oh boy.
Yeah, it was cool.
But
It was a cool time. I'm very happy that I went. Shout out to my cousin Natalie for being such a good host, and all of her
Shouts out to Natalie
and all of her nice roommates and the friends I made along the way. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon.
Hell yeah. Natalie's Instagram in the description. Blow up the spot. 11 subscribers.
11 subscribers. I know, Jenny. Thanks for watching. Shout out to you.
Hell yeah. Jesus, I don't even know how to follow that up. I mean, I haven't even been.
So what'd you do the week I was gone?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I've been. Well, not even. Well, yeah. I think I was editing the Amine pod.
Okay.
And that's when I came to the realization that my computer is just not equipped for what we're doing, which isn't even much considering the cameras that we're using. We're in a 4:3 ratio. It's filmed on a potato. And also, I have this thing in the back of my mind that people are coming to this and it's like, this is shitty quality. It's obviously shitty quality.
Yeah.
But that's the point. And I don't want to even say it's the point because it's like you let your art speak for itself, and I hate myself and I'm just insecure. But
I love the aesthetic. I've had everyone I've talked to that's watched the show has said they like the aesthetic. If you got a problem with the aesthetic, there are plenty of other places you can go that offer 4K and 1080p.
I mean, well, please give it a chance and watch it, even if you hate the aesthetic, just to try to, to stick around. Just play it in the background. So Patreon in the description.
We do some cool stuff. We put up his face in the corner, and we did different things.
We did some things. Look, it's a work in progress, okay?
Yeah.
There's a water bottle and John shot the last episode. We didn't optimize the green screen because my computer was catching on fire.
I like the green screen. I liked how it wasn't anything. It just kind of looked. I like how it looks like it's just there.
Yeah, just the green screen alone, it's not terrible. It's better than just a blank tan wall.
It kind of reminds me of like Eric Andre's show, kind of, but like the lo-fi kind of like
that's true.
Public
that's
access
true.
television type thing. And
yeah,
I like it. I like the aesthetic.
I wanted to go for that. Key and Peele has this hilarious like bit where they're just two older black dudes just reviewing like movies and stuff like that through their like a webcam or something, and it's that kind of ratio and aesthetic. It's where I got the idea to have the kind of look for this podcast.
Yeah.
But I'll probably link that, maybe not, but I'll probably insert a screenshot or something because it's hilarious. And I don't know who came up with the idea of that, but it's really dope. And just the look of it, and just to have that idea of like, this is all we have, but what we say is going to compensate for the quality that you're looking at, kind of thing.
Yeah, but we have a DSLR. I mean, like if we wanted to make it really good quality and like really like HD, I mean, we could.
Yeah, we're totally capable.
But I feel like that's what everybody does, though. Everyone wants to have the super nice light set up and the cool thing, and they're like, "Hey guys, how you doing? Smash that like button." Rip your ears. I'm sorry, but it's not who we are. Right?
Smash that like button.
Don't forget to subscribe. It's like Jesus Christmas.
That's also what I realized watching back our Gambino review. We're not that entertaining in terms of we're funny, right? But we're not like we don't cater to the audience. Instead, like, say after maybe the third song of any kind of album review we're doing, it just becomes two guys listening to like songs they like, and we kind of just forget the cameras are on, and we're not being like, oh, it's kind of just like,
it's more.
This is tight, man.
I think like when you watch those reaction videos that everyone does now, and it's like, oh, he's gonna freak out. It's like, dude, or like especially like if they're watching stand-up comedy bits and they just lose their shit at every single punchline. They're like, this is so fucking funny, Bill Burr, give me a, like, dude, like you ain't gotta do all that. Like that's like. I feel like it takes away from genuinely awesome things if you freak out at everything.
Yeah.
Like if because not every song on that Amine project was like a compensating or a Roots or something like that. I mean, those deserve the praise. But if I freaked out over Riri just because it's on the album and it's a single and I know people are gonna listen to it, I thought Riri was all right.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't need to freak out over it. I mean, like when you show me songs and stuff, like when we're doing that, like most of the time, like I'm just kind of bobbing my head. Like,
exactly.
Like, so, and I know that's not necessarily the most like entertaining thing to watch, but like I feel like I'd be putting on like just for the sake of like y'all, and I know I want to make it entertaining for you guys, but like it doesn't feel natural to me if I'm just like.
That's what I respect about you.
But if there is a song that makes me feel that type of way, you're gonna know that like, hey, John's really fucking with this one because he's actually moving as opposed to just nodding his head. Like, like some shit that comes on that like I really like, damn, like I'm capable of freaking out at a song. It just needs to be the right song.
I feel you. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I really respect that about you because you don't kind of play it up or anything like that. You're just kind of like, this is how I feel. Doesn't mean the song is bad if I'm not, jumping off the walls or whatever, or, Bill Burr. It's just how you feel in the moment, and, how you feel is bopping your head, this is a vibe kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I respect that. Me, on the other hand, I let you know. I let you know.
I wish I kind of admire that when I'm watching the videos. I think you're kind of getting down, you're dancing, you got very, very expressive facial expressions. Like and I don't know. I wish I could kind of harness that a little bit more. Man, we'll keep growing and we'll keep getting better. I mean, it's only the third podcast that we've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm on the weird end of that where it's like, oh, these guys are gonna think I'm faking or whatever.
But are you?
No.
Well, then do it. Fuck them.
Yeah, true that.
You are who you are. This is us. I mean, literally, if people are tuning in, they're here to watch us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the John and Xavier show. I mean, if you don't like us, you're not gonna like the show. Like, and that's fine. Like, there's plenty of other content out there. I think we put out a good product. Yeah. I feel like we give, a layman's version of music with some more advanced stuff in there, more like kind of critical thought, because I think we're smart and I feel like we have more to say than the average person typically does on a track. But we're not musical scholars either, and I feel like that makes us relatable.
Yeah, true that.
Because like sometimes I'll be listening to like a Fantano review or something like that. I'm like, I agree with what he says. I just don't know what the fuck any of what he says means. He's like, the sonic appeal with the hi-hats and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he's mad articulate when it comes to it.
And I know, like, a lot of people appreciate that, and I appreciate it, too, because it helps me expand my knowledge of, like, what makes a song, what do I really like about a song or a beat, or what really resonates with me. Because, like, sometimes I can't articulate that. I can know I like that sound or whatever that's doing, but I couldn't tell you what that sound is.
Yeah, I do want to get better at elaborating on what I enjoy about the song. Like, I don't want to be like, it's dope.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds dope. Or this beat is hard. Like I hate that. Even though it's what I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't know how to.
Or to be like, I like this beat's hard because the hi-hats are like this, or,
Yeah,
or the 808s
yeah.
are like this, or this cool synth is like this, or
Mhm.
like, you know. So yeah, but I guess kind of segueing in, we're doing the Nas review today. It is was it King's Disease?
King's disease.
Oh, take me back to Illmatic. It was okay. It was very, very okay, in my opinion. And I'll full disclosure, I'm not the biggest Nas fan. I'm not a Nas hater. I just haven't listened to his full discography. It's a lot of freaking music to listen to. And, you know, I listened through Illmatic long, long time ago. I really loved Illmatic. I feel like most people that are super into hip-hop and kind of with, like, I guess the roots of it all, like where it all kind of started, because your Jay-Z's, your Pacs, your Biggies, your Nas's, you know, your Wu-Tang. That's kind of like your history, so to speak, if you will, of like, that's really 90s hip-hop. Obviously, hip-hop started earlier than that, but that's kind of from that era. But I liked it. I didn't hate the album, but it wasn't, I'm probably not going to listen to a whole lot of it once we get done. I'm very happy that this review is kind of done and over with.
God, we haven't even talked about the first song yet, John.
I mean,
Thank you guys for watching Wigga Weekly. Just roll credits. Directed by Dick Wolf.
directed by Dick. Dun, dun. But
Damn it, my cousin keeps calling me. Put him on the spot. Jeffrey. Hold on, let me put you on speaker, bro. Hold on. Oh, my phone's not cooperating.
all right. Well, the first track is King's Disease, and I want to say before we get started, the production on the entire album is pretty good, and King's Disease is no exception. He talks about the trends that he set and how people kind of hate when you make it to the top, right? People really want to see you win, and they really want to see you kind of get on your shit and really get something going for yourself. But as soon as you make it, as soon as you're at the top, that's when people start hating and they start wanting to drag you back down to their level because they're unsatisfied with themselves, right? And it's easy to hate from the bottom, and it's lonely at the top. And I feel like he expresses that throughout this song, and yeah, it kind of resonates with me personally because it's like when you're growing, it's hard to grow without growing certain things, and that includes people that can be very close to you. And sometimes they'll want you to stay the same because that's how it's always been, and it's comfortable that way.
Yes, that crabs in a bucket mentality, if anything.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, you have Nas, who's debated. I mean, it's not really, but he's a top 10 rapper of all time. If you really want to go and, you know, start listing names and stuff like that in terms of lyrics, at least, you know. So for him, I'm sure there's a lot of people from his block because he grew up poor, and you know, there's a lot of people that once they see someone, especially in a poor environment, that's making money now and is doing things successfully and doesn't have to hustle like they do, it's like, damn, you know, I hate that dude. I want what he's got. As opposed to working hard and trying to get to his level and try to build themselves up, they'd rather tear him down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not just with him. I feel like that's with life in general, because people are just envious little fuckers sometimes, man. And it's important as a human being to recognize your own worth, and that, because like I've questioned myself when I've started doing better and I've been on my shit, and it's like none of my friends are really doing it, or at least sometimes they're not. And it's like, damn, like if I keep on this path, I'll lose all of them, you know. And sometimes you fall into the trap of being comfortable where you're at just because you won't be alone. And Grant, I'm not sure if he's really talking about that. I kind of went off on a little caveat personally, but
No.
Yeah.
I completely feel that too.
Yeah. But I don't know. What did you think of King's Disease?
The first track, right?
Yeah, this is the first track.
Yeah. So not much. I wouldn't say much going content wise in the actual song. I mean, he was just
Barring
that was just a bar fest.
I say the entire album is, and I feel like that's why it's hard to articulate like what the song is necessarily about some of the times, because it's just bars, and it's sort of hard to follow, especially if you're going with the lyrics, because he tells multiple stories throughout almost every single song. So
Bro, especially with what's the second? No, yeah, the Blue Benz.
yeah, Blue Benz. It's like 3 or 4 different stories that he tells.
Blue Benz was exactly like that.
Yeah.
Just before I start talking about Blue Benz, because that's John nailed it with King's Disease. I just in general, this was a bar fest. I love it. Not much going content wise, but it's just a good ass song where he's just barring out and just belittling anybody that's ever doubted him. Obviously, just setting the point for what's setting the bar for the rest of this album. Anyway, I was actually very nervous to review. I really want to review this. Yeah, I'm glad we're doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
how do you review a Nas album?
yeah, I'm just intimidated. Even right now, it's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
I guess like we also have to remember that hip hop has changed.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, and Nas still has his place, but like compared to like the Amine album, right? This is completely different than that. Now Amine bars out on that album, but I feel like everything, at least with hip hop nowadays, it's less words, but there's like I guess like a clear message with them. They don't have to say as much, but they say just as much.
Yeah.
With the lyrics, everything is more compartmentalized nowadays. It's a lot shorter verses. Not as complex rhyme structures most of the time. I mean, with this, like he's rhyming everything with everything, and there's no problem with that. It's just, it's harder to digest sometimes. It's almost like listening to like someone like that raps really fast. Like if you're listening to like a Twista or something like that, and you can tell he's barring the fuck out, but you have no clue what he said.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah.
really what he's talking about without like diving deep in like with this. When I was having to like write notes, like I was doing like annotated reading on like some novel.
Oh, dude, I was all over Genius, bro.
Oh, dude, and there's like, and it doesn't help when there's like no annotations. What we still don't know. We don't know what the Car 85 means at all. We'll get to that.
We'll get to Car 85 also, but also with this album just coming out and it being a Nas album, it's like not the people who have annotated is like, well, let me get the hook. This is what he means by king.
I know. You might hear the word king 100 times and the word black on this album another 200, like especially ultra black. Oh my goodness, and freaking Black Pride the anthem. Anyway.
Okay, so let's get to so what was it? Blue Benz.
Blue Benz is the second track.
Blue Benz. I really wish he just expanded on when he started talking about
the lady,
the girl, and her
who's
story,
pimping out girls and stuff like that. She's the one with the blue Benz. I thought the whole song was gonna be about her, but then he just kind of switches it up.
I was about to say that was kind of just a little segment.
It was the second story I think he told us at the end of the first verse that he talks about this girl, and then like in the second verse he just goes off on a completely different tangent.
Yeah,
other shit.
But names the song Blue Benz or whatever. That's I guess that's a small gripe for me, but it's like I don't know. As good as Nas is at storytelling, I just wish he kind of expanded on that narrative just a bit.
And for someone who is as good at storytelling as he is, you think that he would try to make the songs a little easier to follow storytelling wise. Like I feel like it's just like it's constantly jumping all over the place. Like it's kind of hard for me to pin down what he's trying to describe or try to like send the message with his lyrics. Because it feels like he's telling one story, then he jumps to this story, now he's talking about this. He's talking about how he brought in, like on the first track, he's talking about like how he made like chains and all this kind of a staple, and he started all these trends, and now he's talking about like people trying to hate on him from that, which I guess kind of relates, but
the first track I'll let slide because I feel like that was blatantly intended to be like I'm gonna just bar out here.
Yeah.
In terms of Blue Benz though, I know exactly what you mean because it's like the title is Blue Benz, then you start talking about this woman, and with the blue Benz and stuff like that, and then it goes, somewhere else. It's not at all linear. Yeah. In a way.
Yeah. It's also hard to recall like this third and fourth stories and stuff they tell us because it's just there's so many bars.
Yeah,
that's what it's like hard to recall some of this stuff because there's just so much content and it's not super concise.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah,
I'll say there is a lot of content, but yeah, I did enjoy Blue Benz though. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird for me. Okay, so let's go into the next one. What's the next one?
The next one is Car 85.
Car 85. Yeah. So
what does it mean?
I don't know what Car 85. I've scoured the internet for what Car 85. Yeah. Someone asked on Reddit, and the question got like removed or something like that. But
I guess nobody. It was
he
like,
he got. I want to say he got replies or whatever, but like it said it was kind of like grayed out or whatever, and the question had just been removed for whatever reason.
huh.
But
Yeah, and this kind of falls into the same category as Blue Benz, because he keeps talking about. I'm sure Car 85 means something, and that's why he keeps doing. But he brought up Car 85 when he was talking about selling dope. He was talking about Car 85 when he, like, towards the end of the song when he's like, I still like to ride, and like just like chilling in Car 85.
I was about to say I thought
But-
this one was pretty consistent with the story. And the
But
narrative.
it's like, is it the same car? Is Car 85 like a different thing? Because it's like, I don't think you're trapping out of the same car. Because like I feel like, I don't know, when you're riding in a car, I picture like a Rolls Royce. That's like a passenger vehicle, right?
Yeah.
And because like, I don't know, you don't buy a Rolls Royce to drive yourself. You buy a Rolls Royce to ride in. And I don't see you stuffing dope in between the cushions of a Rolls Royce. I don't. One, you wouldn't be like where he was trapping and shit. Like, I don't think he would have had a Rolls Royce. So
When I think Car 85, I'm thinking about like a beat up like Hoopty or whatever.
yeah,
I
At the
didn't
beginning-
know if it was like a taxi service or something like that, or
I thought it was like the
like
80,
the homie's getaway car.
I thought it would have been like the 85th car he bought. Or like, I like that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just absolutely just grasping for straws. I have no idea what it.
85th car.
Man, I don't know. He's not. He's probably had 85 cars in his lifetime. I wouldn't pay to pass him.
Fair enough.
If I was his rich, I'd have 170 cars.
I want
Quick math.
I want someone to write about their 85th car and just unironically talk about that purchase and their experience with
Be
it.
like 2048 Chevrolet Impala.
Have you heard the song 19,999 Bitches by
What?
What? By who was the guy? I go on and on. Can't understand how I last too long. Blow the whistle. Who's that?
That's that song?
No, that's not that song, but it's the same artist. Who is that?
Oh God.
Blow the whistle. It's by him,
Okay.
and the hook is literally 19,999 bitches. If I had one more, 20,000 bitches.
Oh wow.
I don't know what made me bring that. Oh, the 85th car.
The 85th
God
car.
damn it.
If I had one more, 20,000. This is the beat.
Too
drop.
short. Too shouts out to Too Short.
I'm too short. Oh, that's a.
Too Short. If you're watching this, why did you make that? Also, it's the greatest song of all time.
Yeah.
No debate. But
Fly gone.
God damn it. Boom, 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 boom. It's late. I apologize. So we don't know what Car 85 is. I do like the production. And what I will say about the production throughout this album, I don't even have to talk about Hit Boy that much. Because he did his thing.
Yeah.
He's like, you know that meme when, when everybody does their part on the group project?
Yeah.
That's what I kind of felt like with Hit Boy. It's like, okay, bro.
You did your job.
Yeah. There was no falters, I felt like, in the production of this album, which I do want to, trace back a little bit. When this album was announced, the narrative with Nas is like, you pick bad beats.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good. You can write. You can rap. You can flow a little bit. But you pick bad beats, bro. You pick bad beats, bro. And I'm kind of like you. I'm not crazy with Nas's discography. I know, I've heard from the grapevine that, it has ups and downs, and obviously setting such a high bar with Illmatic and shit like that. Obviously you're gonna face that regardless.
Yeah.
But
Still has the best diss of all time.
yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of best, I haven't listened to it, but I heard that Jay-Z dropped a project or a song or something like the same day that this came out. I'm like, the pettiness still runs through.
He dropped this. I know he featured on a song Pharrell just put out. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that. Okay, maybe that doesn't seem like, because I don't think Pharrell would have a problem with Nas.
No, of course
I
not.
don't feel like Pharrell has a problem with anybody.
Yeah,
Pharrell seems like such a happy individual.
Yeah, Pharrell's just doing his thing, being perpetually 20 years old. So
Have
there's.
you seen that meme of the dude from? It was like a person that had their picture taken like the 1700s, and it looks just like fucking Pharrell.
No, I haven't seen
Dude,
that.
it's like I think it's an Indian man or something like that. But yeah, he's like sitting in his chair, he's got his hat on, and it looks dead ass like Pharrell.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
I'll
surprised.
say if we find the meme, we'll put it somewhere.
Well, it's actually right here, John. It's.
Oh wow.
That's actually hilarious. Wow. Oh, Pharrell's a vampire, confirmed. That's ridiculous.
I really hope you just don't put something there.
Yeah, it's like, whoa. What's this? What is it? This is linen?
Where'd you get this from? Target? This is nice.
Walmart, actually.
Oh, Me
So-
too. Patreon in the description below.
Patreon in the description. Get me out my mother's house. So yeah. So when I heard, knowing all of this with Nas and his history with Bad Beats, it was kind of like, oh snap, when I heard that Hit Boy was going to be executive producing this whole thing, and
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, I'll just let someone else handle it.
bro, like fast forward to now, you did your thing, Hit Boy. I will say, obviously Nasir got a lot of hate.
I didn't mind Nasir. I like Nasir better than I like this album.
I was gonna say I actually wouldn't say that, but
Really?
I will say not that Nasir was bad,
And I thought
but
I thought Kanye turned up production wise on that album.
I was gonna say I feel like
Nas is at his best when he has good production.
definitely
Yeah, but so is every rapper.
with how manic
Yeah, was.
Kanye is, right? Yeah, it definitely bleeds over into the production. I feel like
Are you talking about on Nasir?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, with
I
like
don't mind that. I feel like how manic Kanye is part of what makes him such a great artist.
Exactly,
Like if Kanye
yeah.
wasn't a complete freaking like nutcase, there's no way in hell we get a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Exactly.
There's no fucking way in hell.
Yeah. Like the ideas he has, like Hit Boy is obviously creative and dope and everything. I just feel like Kanye obviously is just on another level of just like in terms of composing ideas and stuff. Like Cops Shot the Kid.
Yeah.
Like just the loop of Slick Rick. Cop shot the kid. Cop shot the kid. Cop shot the cop. Like. And that had to grow on me. That was an acquired taste, but it's like, oh snap! This is like, for one, not the message or whatever, but it's like it's ingrained in you. What Slick Rick is saying. Cop shot the kid, and of course, the content that Nas and Kanye are going back and forth about. But it's like, who would think to just loop that and be like, this is good. Just rap over this. You know what I mean? Nothing to it. And what else did I really like off of that? We just start reviewing Nasir. I don't know. That's what I wanted to get out of the way for just the production on this album. I think it's very solid, but I will say with Nasir and that whole thing, it was noticeably more. I feel like more risks were kind of taken in a way.
On Nasir as compared to this.
I feel like.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like with any Kanye project that there's going to be risks taken and more liberties that are taken.
Especially with how fast that one was done.
Oh yeah.
It's like he was doing like 20 other people's projects, at once. Let's all do the 7-song thing.
I know. We've been trying to make a project for like 6 years.
Bro, like, just imagine if like Kanye just like sat with Nas for a bit.
I don't think Kanye could sit still that long.
That's true. And
he'd be like, I gotta go make some new shoes.
Yeah, that's fair. Also,
I'm running for president.
Also, how many albums do you think Nas has? Do you
Just in the stash?
Yeah.
Probably like 20.
You remember DJ Khaled?
Saying he had a Nas album?
Yeah, he had a song on. I forgot what the album was called. It was like Hidden Keys or something when he was on his key run.
Oh, is he still not doing the keys?
I don't think he's doing it anymore. I think he's done with the keys. I got the keys.
Dude, he was like, he probably said that one time and saw the response he got. He's like, dude, I'm about to be so rich. Come here. What's his son's name?
He went straight to the copyright office.
He'd be like, we're going to be so freaking rich. It's the key. They don't want us to have it, but we're going to have it. He's like, Dad, I'm 3.5 months old. Put me down. Where's my mom?
Honestly, he's like, lose some weight, please.
You are suffocating me. Go hop on a jet ski, you fat fuck.
But DJ Khaled had a cut called Nas's album is done, something like that.
Yeah.
And that song was really hype. It was really dope. But that came out like years ago. Then we got Nasir.
Well, Kanye came out and said he had like 5 albums of Young Thug and 5 albums of Future. Remember when he made that?
I guess, yeah, that's just a regular thing that I shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about like how often people are recording. I mean, that's how we get like when Drake dropped like Care Package and Dark Knight Demo. I mean, all those were just cuts.
Yeah, just loose. Yeah, I feel you.
Or like leaks or whatever. I mean, like there's so many different. I mean, they're recording all the time. I mean, you see them like Instagram Live recording shit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that just gets cut or put in the folder and it's just never touched. I mean, think about how many songs Drake just has in the vault. Like Drake probably has. I mean, granted, most of them are probably like Scorpion cuts and they're super boring and uninspiring and haven't been fucking Scorpion. But
yeah, back on Nas though. I completely feel you on that. So Nas, drop the rest of your albums.
Anyway, but we're on to
the third song,
Ultra Black.
Ultra Black's the third song? Is that
Ultra Black is the 4th song. We did King's Disease, Blue Benz, Car 85. Now
yeah.
We're on Ultra Black now, otherwise known as Black Power, the song, or the Black Pride anthem.
Go off, John.
No, which is fine. I run into the same issue with this song that I run in with The Black or the Berry, and it's hard for me to relate. It's hard for me because it's very much a Black Power song. It talks about black issues and just a lot of black people related things, and I am very, very white. I like black culture and black music, and it's what I kind of was immersed in and grew up with. But it's still like I don't know what it's like to grow up where Nas is from, or the environment that he was in, or the culture he was brought up in. It's hard for me to relate. I just don't know how to feel about it. I mean, the song is good, but it's like I said, I think The Black or the Berry is a good song. It's just harder for me to relate and for it to resonate with me. So I'm kind of curious as to how it sat with you.
For me, and I do get your point on that. I don't know. For me, I enjoyed the song. I think, and I was kind of thinking about with I'll say first off, I thought the hook was kind of corny. And like it being the title or whatever, that's cool. What he was rapping about was dope. It was.
I was upset there wasn't a Vanta Black line.
You said a Vanta Black?
Vanta Black is the darkest black there is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it absorbs like 99.8% of sunlight. BMW put it on a car. It looks like a matte black, but like it's like that motherfucker black.
What's he gonna say? I'm ultra black. I'm Vanta Black.
Or you could say like I'm as dark as they come, Vanta Black, something like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, now she dropped the ball basically.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he said like every other kind of black. I'm like, Vanta Black, come on. Be like, some cool bar. You got it in you. And he never dropped it. He never said it. And I was like, damn it, that's a missed opportunity. Like you said everything else, why not that?
He's probably never heard of it like me and most people.
Dude, he's rich as hell. How does he not know what Vanta Black is? I can't afford a Vanta Black BMW, but Nas can.
Fair enough.
I'd have 5 of them.
He probably knows his colors.
Yeah, more than definitely. He's like, it's not a Rolls Royce, I don't drive it. Like, you're not supposed to drive it. I hate it when rappers do. I'm going to cop a Rolls Royce and whip that bitch. It's like, no, cop a Rolls Royce and buy a driver. It's not a car you're meant to drive. You
buy
look like
a driver.
It's what it's meant for. It's a passenger vehicle. You're meant to get in it, grab your umbrella that comes with the car out of it, and then you go about your business. And your driver
just throw money at poor people and spit on them from the back seat.
Dude, a Rolls Royce truck is almost $500,000. It's like $450,000 base model.
God
That's
bless
before you
America.
start throwing options and shit at it.
Fair enough.
Like, and you're like, I'm gonna drive this myself. It's like, no. You buy a driver, you sit your ass in the back seat where it's comfortable. It's the Rolls Royce.
I never thought about it that way.
I don't know. Like, I work around cars and like I see people come in with it all the time and they drive them out themselves. I'm like, oh, you don't have money like that.
But he has the car.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the driver.
The car's much more expensive than the driver, though.
I know, but it's like you don't buy. It's like getting like a dope ass kitchen setup, but you don't know how to cook.
Yeah, that's true.
But-
I don't know. I feel like it's a flex regardless.
I mean, it is. I mean, because most people just see it and freak out. But like me, it's like I've been around. It's like, damn, you should be getting out of the back seat.
Yeah, it does look a little flyer.
It's like, and then you see somebody skirt off and pick you up later in it. Like, what? You can't look cool trying to. You ever try to park a Rolls Royce? They're like driving boats.
I never seen one in person.
I got to drive one time. Dude, I was like so fun. I was taking like 14-point turns. I'm like, I don't want to do anything to this car.
God bless America.
But yeah, like it's a passenger car. You sit your ass in the back seat and you get comfortable, and you look at the stars in the ceiling and you scroll through your stocks or something.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. Let's talk about this goddamn song.
Okay.
Ultra Back. The hook is a little bit corny to me. The thing I was thinking of in the back of my head, right? What separates Nas from like a Jay-Z or a Kendrick is that they're not gonna be as on the nose with like Black Power and everything. Talking about,
You don't think Kendrick is?
I think his delivery of it is a lot more.
I said that's all To Pimp a Butterfly was.
Yeah, but it's not. Kendrick's not gonna blatantly say.
It's definitely not corny. It definitely is.
That's what I'm saying,
It's got
yeah.
some more poetic kind of nuance.
Yeah,
to
he's
it.
saying it in a certain way. Talking about it regardless, I'm cool with, obviously. But, just I like how Jay-Z and Kendrick puts a little more effort into making it a more of like an artistic and, as you said, poetic kind of thing. Just throw in some subliminals. Just make it a little sexy for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoy about it. In terms of how Nas is obviously heady and smart, and he's gonna bar out in any kind of way. Not saying that he's not capable of making poetry. He's done it before.
He's not capable of making a good Netflix show.
Nas has a Netflix show.
Remember, he was the executive producer on that. What was that one we hated with Lil Boopy and Lil Scoopty Poop or whatever the fuck?
Nas produced that.
Yeah, that was him. Like when they showed the rapper on stage and stuff, that was him. That was Nas. That was him doing the voiceovers and shit. Yeah, he had a big part of that show.
Wow, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it was
What's the name of that show again?
Fucking, like,
I want to say On My Block for some reason.
no, it's
That's not
On My
it.
Block. That's actually
That's the one with the other minorities.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's actually a good show though, but
Yeah, shouts out to Ultra Black though. That's I really want to remember the name of that show also. But moving past Ultra Black, I fire song. I thought it was dope. I think that's my only gripe with it.
was the hook?
Yeah, I think the hook was a little bit corny.
Okay.
And obviously, not obviously, but just preferably, make it a little.
Yeah.
Make throw in some subliminals in there. Make it a little more creative, I guess, with how you're conveying how you love you love brown people and yourself.
I got you. Next track, 27 Summers.
27 Summers is when I perked up. Because I listened
this
to.
This is like the awakening in the album.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Because it's a shorter track. I think it's less than 2 minutes long.
It's like an interlude or something like that. I
Yeah.
didn't realize how short it was.
Yeah, but it's the meaning behind 27 Summers. It's been 27 summers since Omatic dropped. That's the.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why. Damn, I know, almost 30 years, right? Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Isn't that?
He was a young bull though when he dropped that. What, 17 or 18?
Must have been. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how old he was. I mean,
He was just a kid.
I know, and he freaking dropped one of the greatest rap albums of all
Yeah,
time.
he just casually destroyed the rap game.
Yeah, but he bars out on this song. It's one of my favorites off the project for sure. Like I said, like I don't love the album, but it does have its moments that are very, very good. Most of it is tolerable and listenable too. And this is one of the ones that I might actually come back to. One, it's short, and I guess also, I think I'll talk about this more towards the end about the length of the album because it is a very short album. It's only 38 minutes long, I believe. And I think I've spoken about it before on the show, that I like shorter albums that are more concise and more kind of compartmentalized.
Yeah.
Kind of like some rap songs was like, I think 22, 23 minutes long, if that. And I mean, that's like one of my favorite albums. I love short, concise projects. I don't like it when albums overstay their welcome. And I guess the issue I ran into with this one was that it felt longer than what it was, and that's not a good thing. It felt like I had to slog through some of these tracks.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You know, and because when I first saw it, I was like, 38 minutes? Hell yeah, I love me a short album. Less than an hour? Hell yeah, I can definitely sit down and enjoy this. And I started listening to it, I'm like, fuck, are we on the next song yet? Like, and I don't know, like, I couldn't really get into it as much as I was kind of hoping I would.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit at the same place.
Like, did it not feel longer than 38 minutes to you? Did it feel short to you? Did it feel just right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it felt short, but here's what I do agree with. It definitely some songs kind of lagged. Yeah. For me, and I don't know if we have different ones, but
if I have to listen to Ultra Black one more fucking time, I'm gonna cut my wrist.
I actually like that. Ultra Black's probably, well, no, 27 Summers is my favorite produced song on here. Let me wrap up 27 Summers.
Okay.
Since it's so short anyway. Yeah, easily the best produced song. I wish it was just longer, and put somebody on it. Longer, and then add another feature. You know what I really wish he got on here? Him being from New York? Get the Griselda homies. Fly God. Oh, Jesus, there's a roach on the ceiling.
Yeah, dude, he's been crawling around this whole time. I didn't want to point him out because I thought it might freak you out.
Jesus Christmas. I don't want him to follow my asshole or something like that. Should we stop recording real quick?
Do you want to? Like, I can handle it if you need me to.
No, you're good. Like, as long as he goes over there. I just don't want him to...
Man, I can smack him off the ceiling.
Oh, no, you're good.
I'm white, but I can jump.
God bless America. Okay, as long as he...
He keeps going that way. He's fine. He'll maybe crawl into your vent and then go into your room later.
Yeah, true that. Fair enough. Okay, yeah, 27 Summers was dope. I wish he got Pusha T would have sounded good on that.
Pusha T would have sounded
Freddie
good.
Gibbs, maybe not on that.
What about Joey?
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. Just any of those guys, bro. Just pay homage to the new homies, and he obviously did with Don Toliver. He got Big Sean and whatnot. He got his old crew, The Firm.
A$AP Ferg was on there.
A$AP Ferg, the New York homie. I don't know. I just want him to be in some grimy New York stuff, like how Griselda and Fly God and.
Has he ever done anything with Flatbush?
No.
That'd be freaking cool.
Not some Flatbush.
I don't know. I feel like you could do something with it. Okay, he's made his way to that corner.
Yeah, he's straight. That could be dope.
I don't know.
That could be dope. Because Eric is really good at making some boom bappy kind of beats, which would fit Nas.
Yeah.
They're just very weird, which isn't a bad thing. It's just Nas doesn't get that weird.
Has Griselda and Flatbush ever done anything? Because they're both weird.
No.
They should.
They should. They definitely should. West Side Gun and Flatbush Zombies would be crazy. That would be insane. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I say 27 Summers. Great track.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Replace Me.
Replace Me is... Okay, so as soon as you were talking about some songs kind of lag, this was it. I don't care for the content of this. Sonically, Replace Me is cool. Hit Boy, once again, you did your thing. You did your thing. This beat isn't amazing, but it's like, this is a dope beat. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But in terms of... at this point in Nas's career, I don't want to hear about your lady problems. And also, this man's been hurt. Because I feel like...
It seems like every single track has something to do with some bitch.
That's what I'm saying. There's like a Seinfeld-ass like B story going on here with him and his issues with women. Especially with... we'll get to this, but with what was it with the firm? Full Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Full Circle was like the line he had with his boxing trainer and everything. Conversations through our combinations. Some women lick women. Some women will use you, and some are dirty bitches that will betray you, and they're snakes. While Cormega and AZ is just talking about I should have been better to my lady. I learned from when I was young, I was treating her like an object. And I was just like, that bitch will never. You can't find anyone to replace me. I'm like, Nas, chill out, bro.
It's like, sir, your toxic masculinity show.
Yeah, bro. Take it easy. So anyway, this
Like,
song
who hurts you?
That's what I'm saying. And so with Replace Me, the content kind of boring. I thought Big Sean. I want to hear your thoughts on Big Sean. I'm very excited for Detroit. I don't think he killed this verse, but I think he flowed on it like butter. Also, he's gotten a lot better. I feel like.
What was his last project? I'm done, or I'm here, or it was something short.
I decided.
It was a very mediocre album, but
ever since his verse on that one Mike Will Made It song, he had a feature on
all I remember about Big Sean is Kendrick bodying him on his own song.
Bro, since then he's gotten so much better, bro. I'm just excited for Detroit.
I like Detroit 1.
Detroit 1 was, I was about to say a classic for some reason, but it was kind of fantastic. That was his best project,
Nail
probably.
in the Coffin or something. The Coffin. There's a song on there. I think it was something having to do with coffins. I don't know. I remember it being good though.
I'm not sure, but that was one of his best projects.
Yeah.
That has to be his best project, I feel like. But Big Sean, very solid feature on that. Not expecting the Don Toliver and Nas collab.
I wasn't either, but I was happy to see it. I like Don Toliver.
That was just gonna bother me. You keep going.
But
you keep going.
I didn't mind it. Well, I mean, for me, I like Don Toliver. I liked his album he came out with. You know, the entire project wasn't, amazing, but it had 3 or 4 decent bangers on there. And then I also liked him on Astroworld. Oh, did you get him? Is he dead? Jesus Christ.
Son of a bitch. He's on my childhood picture.
Not your childhood picture. Speaking of picture, I got a badass Mac Miller painting done.
I saw it on the
Snapchat?
I saw it on the damn Snapchat, you little bitch. I saw it on Snapchat. It's a great picture, John. I hope you die. Here we go. All right, we're good. We're good. My mom's in the next room, guys. Okay. Just come back. I was sweaty. Okay. All right. Back to the No Pressure review. I felt like
No pressure. Oh God, yeah, we're never ever reviewing that album. Thank God. Honestly, I probably would have rather reviewed that one.
Where are we? Jesus Christ! 49 minutes have passed.
I know we're only on like track 4 or 5.
I know. All right.
We talked about Oklahoma for a minute. All right, but we're now on to Till the War is Won.
Yeah. Till the War is Won.
Yeah. So this one is about women, and unlike the last track.
Yeah, complete contrast to our issue with his lady endeavors and
well,
whatnot.
to be fair, this is more about like black women in general and black mothers. And
yeah.
This is
definitely.
not so much a relationship song as it is about. But also, it's kind of, I don't know. I guess it's easier to spite a woman that's like personally done you wrong than it is to spite all women. And so I guess I can appreciate him differentiating between the two as opposed to saying like fuck all women.
He is mature enough to not generalize and everything.
Yeah, but which is something, I mean, as humans that we all fall into, whether you're men or women, women that say all men are trash and men that say all women are bitches and hoes and all shit, and that's just not the case, obviously. But in this one, I liked it, even though it was more specifically talking about black women and black mothers. I mean, I feel like as it's a song that you can listen to and appreciate women and mothers of all races. And so for me, like, I guess that's the lens that I listen to it through, as opposed to, because my mom isn't black, and there are black women in my life that I love, but I love all women too. And I guess for me, like, the only significant like black woman figures in my life have been like your mom and
Oh.
some others like along the way. I just haven't been around a whole lot of them to really like know and appreciate them.
Yeah, but you can easily, like you said, interpret this as like I should appreciate women in general.
Yeah.
And of course, with this narrative, and especially what's been happening with in the context of Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland, it's like there is this overarching theme of we should protect black women.
Yeah.
So definitely both sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
Protect black women for sure, and also appreciate a woman, and you don't objectify, treat them like objects, or tits, cool, but tits are nice, but at the end of the day, respect the ladies.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bill Burr.
Yeah. P.S. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor.
They definitely do that like yesterday. Of course, yeah. So Till the War is one. I appreciate him having a slot on his album for just bigging up and empowering black women, and especially at the end where he was like, "Women, don't chase your men away. Men, don't chase your women away." Unified, bro.
Yeah. Was this the one that had the Dr. Dre sample or feature on it?
I didn't know that was him at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dr. Dre.
I didn't even realize that was him until I went to Genius.
I can't remember. Yeah, I forget. Is it on that song or is it on a later one? I can't remember if it's that or if it's on the one with the Firm. I think it's on.
Maybe it is the Firm.
I think it is Full Circle. Okay. Anyway, all bad. A complete contrast again. We flip flop the other way. Now he's talking about a lost love he's had, and I've read on Genius that he's possibly referring to Nicki Minaj and their short romance that they had.
Really? Oh, I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah.
Same thing with this one. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. Sounds good. Don't care.
Yeah. I guess for me, it resonated for me personally because like I've been in some situations where it is all good till it's all bad. Like I've been talking to girls and everything seemed great and everything seemed really, really cool and things were going well and maybe we're going to start dating and we're going to see where things are going and all of a sudden it's like a switch flips, right? And it's all bad. You don't really know what happened. You didn't know what you did wrong. You start questioning yourself and who you are. What could I have said? What could I have done? Was it my friends? Was it this? Was it that? And it can be really, really, like, it can put you into this perseverating state of mind of, like, where you start to really doubt yourself, especially if you're, like, really, really fucking with this girl. And you put this trust in her and you assume that she's not going to be like these other people, and then she does the same thing, and it's very disheartening, and it's kind of hard to grow by, and I guess for me it brings me a little bit of hope because I've began to conquer that, and if this is something that Nas at his age and his power and all the success that he's had that he's still struggling with, and I'm beginning to conquer it, and it seems like he's still struggling with it, then it shows that like I'm capable of growth from an earlier place than he is. That I haven't endured the trauma that maybe he has to where, like, I can be at a place to where, like, if this happens again, it won't affect me as much. Because, I mean, like, as we've seen throughout this project, Nas has got some lady issues. And
for sure.
I feel like I've fallen into that same trap before as well. And it's nice to – and I'm able to kind of step out of myself for a minute and be conscientious of the fact that I'm growing away from that negative behavior. Mm-hmm. So – I guess to see him still, not that I'm happy that he's enduring it, but to see that he's still struggling with it, but like the fact that I'm struggling with it and are overcoming it means that he could probably do it too, and that we're all capable of doing it. Because if I can do it, then you can do it. I'm not special, and I guess it just it was just kind of cool. I guess that's just how it resonated with me, and just kind of.
Golly, I completely just disregarded it. Yeah. I mean, it's all relative, everyone's issues and whatnot.
And that's the beautiful thing about music is that it can, one song can just blow right by you, but I mean, the lyrics to one song could really resonate with another person, their story and the things that they've gone through and the things that they've had to endure and the circumstance that they've experienced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Yeah. For me, just didn't care for the for the content. Yeah. And obviously, it wasn't something I could relate to. It was, but also just something I didn't want.
It also didn't sonically appeal to you as much either.
I'll say sonically, it was because Anderson was on this, right?
Anderson was on this track. Yeah,
he was the highlight of this.
Yeah, I don't know. See, and then you say that, but like, I didn't mind Anderson on here, but it wasn't like, I don't know. He didn't really save the track for me. Like,
not that it had to be saved. It was just kind of one of the more slower ones for me.
Yeah.
But just the sound he brought to it in his voice, and especially with the "I hate to take a loss," it was just he just made it very groovy and everything. And
He always makes it groovy. He's such a groovy dude.
yeah, dude.
Best teeth in the game too.
Honestly, shouts out to Pac, Fantano. We just start beefing with Fantano, bro.
Dude, that'd be awesome. We'd get so much publicity.
Oh my goodness.
He'd maybe put us in one of his vibe check posts on Instagram. He's like, vibe check, I'm wearing Crocs outside. Put your mask on. Hashtag fuck Trump. And that's basically every Anthony Fantano vibe check post.
Dude, I love him so much. Notice us, Fantano, please. Patreon in the description. Yeah, I love Anderson on All Bad, but I'm sorry, I have nothing profound to say about this. Just the content itself. I'm like, Nas, I don't want to. I want to hear you talk about other things.
Okay.
But
Anyway, moving on. So the definition.
Definition is the reason I was afraid to review this album, because I don't want to sound like a big dumb when breaking down Nas.
Yeah.
But because this was one of the more heady.
Yeah, this one talks about a lot. It talks about global warming in it. It talks about the government's like tapping people's phones and stuff, like through the Patriot Act, which is a big issue. That's when you see all these memes like, I wonder what my FBI agent's looking at. And it's honestly a serious issue. But he addresses that. He addresses how the media portrays black people. He addresses a whole lot of stuff. It's kind of a laundry, like we were saying earlier. He covers a lot of content, and it's kind of hard to follow at times. And this is really an album to like truly appreciate it. You probably got to look at the lyrics or listen to it like 20 times. And if I were you, I'd look at the lyrics and not listen to this 20 times because your ears are gonna bleed.
Yeah, definitely rap genius does.
Yeah, for sure.
I do appreciate, at this point of his career and all of his success and whatnot, he doesn't have to talk about global warming and all this stuff. Not even like racial issues. You don't have to talk about it. No one's making you do that.
Yeah.
Like you've already established yourself in some kind of way.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he might feel an obligation to, especially with like everything that's
that's
the
what
climate that's going on right now. Because I mean, there's a lot of people like LeBron James, for example. I mean, he's spoken out on enough issues and not spoken out on some that he could kind of give it a rest if he wanted to, but he's deciding not to, and he's still standing up for black people and what the mission that they're trying to accomplish right now. So I guess I could see why, especially now, I feel like we're gonna get a lot more black empowerment music out of hip hop, especially like during this climate, than we will kind of like I don't know if we're gonna get a lot more. I feel like we'll get it from the people you expect it. Like I don't know if Lil Pump's gonna come out and be like, yo.
I know what you mean, though,
Yeah.
because Royce da 5'9's album that came out earlier this year, The Allegory, was like top to bottom him talking about like racial issues and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He had Eminem speak on like the perspective of like Lord Vlad's comment on him being a guest in the House of Hip Hop and shit like that. And
he said that?
He talked about Lord Vlad, said that.
And he meant it?
Not Lord Vlad, Lord Jamar. I'm mixing up DJ Vlad and Lord Jamar. But Eminem had a great interlude on that. Not just talking about that, but just the other, just looking at rap from the other, from a white perspective and everything, and seeing white artists blow up off of rap culture. But outside of that, he talked about the ice cream jingle being originally a racist song called "Nigger Love a Watermelon" or something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the ice cream truck jingle is historically racist.
Oh, Jesus! I'm never ever gonna get my strawberry ice cream ever again. I'm never gonna look at it the same.
I mean, you can pick it up. Just wear headphones.
My Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream with gumballs for eyes will never be the same.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be seeing this and be like, a person playing this probably owns slaves. I hate this song.
It's so delicious.
It's so delicious. I love high fructose corn syrup.
Worth it.
I know. I turn around and there's just the whole mob of people. It's like, we need to talk to you, white boy. I'm like, God damn it.
But to your point, a lot of black artists are taking initiative. Anderson .Paak dropping that single "Lockdown."
Mm-hmm.
all he talked about with shouts out to J Rock and Jid on that remix. J Cole and the whole No Name Gypsy beef. They didn't really drop. Well, J Cole
They
dropped
were
the song.
beefing?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, No Name was like she tweeted all your favorite rappers are are talking about the black experience and stuff like that, but they won't even show up to a protest. And then J Cole responded to that, and they're not currently beefing, but this was a couple months ago. And then J Cole dropped Snow on the Bluff, talking about it and everything. And that was a whole thing, and people are on two sides of that, but it's sparking that along with all of this and what Nas is doing is at least bringing up the conversation, whether it's an argument or not. We're talking about it, and it's issues that is no longer being swept under the rug. I didn't even realize that you can feel it feels like summer. I didn't even realize that was about the global warming.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, low key. It's like I guess in a way
it's hot as hell, dude.
In a way, you're just kind of putting what did they call it? You're putting fruity pebbles in the grits. Is that the saying? You're putting gummy bears in the oatmeal. Ah, shit, I'm butchering this.
Yeah, I've never in my life heard anything that you just told me.
You're putting applesauce in the carburetor. So obviously, it's one of those things where you got to make it subliminal so the audience is kind of last reference Logic at the end of his interlude of Perfect. That was the most hyped song on the project, and at the end of that, he's like, why the police killing black people? Just kind of sliding that in and whatnot. It's like that's what you have to think about because it's at the very tail end of the song, and obviously the most hyped song of the project. You're gonna pay attention to it. So completely. Not even just Nas. I respect all these artists for going out of their way to just, to talk about these issues that need to be at least discussed about.
Yeah.
So a narrative and a conversation is happening. So shouts out to Nas. Shouts out to The Definition. And what the fuck is up with Gayle King? That was hilarious. It's like, let's get all this serious stuff out the way, but hold on. What Gayle King? What are you doing?
He just died 2 weeks ago. You bitch.
He felt the need.
He'd be like, I'm a global warming, always targeting blacks, and fuck Gayle King.
That's exactly what it felt like, which is, I guess, is warranted. I never seen the Kobe interview. I know the context of it, but I just thought that was hilarious. But shouts out to the call out. Yeah. A couple of disses in this.
I don't know. If I understood where Gayle King was coming from. She could have waited. Just a moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a moment.
For sure.
But anyway, next track is Full Circle, which is the reunion of The Firm, which is... Let me get you their names.
AZ, Cormega, Foxy Brown, Nasty Nas.
Okay, he's got him. He's educated. I'm not.
No, I haven't. I know nothing about The Firm, but I remember AZ's verse. I remember AZ's verse from Life's a Bitch, and I remember AZ's verse from this. And after I listened to this, I listened to Life's a Bitch, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy's kind of the GOAT. AZ's verse on this is kind of insane, and if it wasn't for the second half of The Cure, he would have the best verse on the album. Bro, hold on, let me pull it up because I already have the Genius page saved up. I want to know what age he was when he recorded his Life's a Bitch verse with Nas, because obviously he was am I even in the okay? I'm still in the two. Obviously he was Nas was very young, but I don't know how old AZ. Dialogue superb, flies cars on the curb. Word when I it skipped. Hold on. AZ just kind of ate this. When I evolved, a higher God emerged. reserved, more subtle, come from the stress and the struggle, young and obsessed in the bubble about it. Took advantage of a woman, allowed it, one of the foulest. Some would say I was childish, money driven, mischievous, proceeded as living, gifts and ribbons. Any kisses on the list was forbidden. I was in it. She curvied and shorty was cornered, no worries. For the naughty, it was higher performance, or was it really? The game that I was playing was silly. Similar to them days when I was packing that millie, it could have killed me. Cautious never crossing my mind. She calling crime. I don't have to, bro.
Now you barred out.
AZ spazzed on this, bro. This is what I'm talking about. I don't like getting too hyped because I don't want people to be like, you know, you're kind of playing this up. But like AZ did his damn thing on this, and like I said, after this, I had to go back to Life's a Bitch, and I was like, AZ kind of, if not up here, then they were right at here on the Life's a Bitch verse on Illmatic. Anyway, shouts out to AZ, and this is what I was talking about with John earlier. Nas at the beginning of the song, I guess the song is about women in general, right? And their past with dealing with the ladies, and AZ and Cormega are coming from a place of like, I was treating them like objects. I was young, I was stupid, and I should have been better. Nas is coming from a place of like, there's a little more ego in his verse.
Yeah.
Where it's not like I should have been better, but more of like now I know what to watch out for when, you know, when this bitch does me wrong again.
Yeah.
You know, like in his verse at the end of his verse where conversations through our combinations, and that whole thing. Some women lick women, some women, you know, are dirty whores and whatnot. Yeah. So I don't know. It was kind of a weird contrast between, like I said, AZ, Cormega. Foxy Brown was just somewhere else with it. Shouts out to Foxy. I mean, she killed her verse also, but I don't know. The theme kind of got muddy towards her verse. The whole song was fire though. But sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. But yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot to say about this other than they just fucking barred out on this track.
They all killed it.
Yeah, they really. The production was good. I enjoyed the production on this beat, and
I will say that had to grow on me a bit.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I listened to this the first time I listened to this, like all the way through. I was working out, so it was kind of just background music.
Yeah.
So I didn't, obviously, you know, with what I was doing, I wasn't listening to the content of it. I was just kind of hearing the, you know, just kind of the beat itself. And I was like, well, this is kind of boring. But goddamn, son, I'm glad what's dope with doing these reviews is kind of like you get more of an appreciation for just songs in general, because I don't otherwise wouldn't look into the lyrics of what someone's saying unless I'm listening to like an Earl song and I want to genuinely know.
You'd be like, ooh, why is he so depressed?
Yeah, just someone like really heady. But I wouldn't have looked up the lyrics for like Amine or whatever.
Yeah.
But for something like this, so like Nas, I definitely got to take a trip to Rap Genius. So, golly, AZ's verse. He's definitely second best feature on the, best feature on the project. I'll say Anderson .Paak was second best for sure. So that's all you had.
What? Huh? We're just gonna skate over that one. Okay.
That's what you had to say about that. So.
Okay, we're just gonna
full circle.
Moving on to 10 points.
We're on 10 points?
Yeah.
Which one was the Lil Durk song? All Bad? No, not All Bad.
No, the Lil Durk song?
What was Lil Durk on?
Fucking, I don't know.
Ooh, she independent. Oh, To the War is one.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to talk about Lil Durk, not for a bit, but like.
He's been on fire lately, too. He had that song with Drake.
Yeah, he does. He does have that song with Drake, or he's featured on this song with Drake.
That music video is hilarious.
Dude, the best thing about Drake is that he's not afraid to, like, he's not a rapper-ass rapper. He's just, you know, I'm going to be myself.
Dude, I
like,
love
throughout.
I love you watch the music video?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen, my favorite part is when he comes out of the water. It's just shoulder level, and he turns to the camera, and it's just, baby,
Like he knows how that looks, bro.
I say he knows it's corny.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro.
I love the Odell and KD's in it, and him just pretending he's a freaking like athlete.
Mm-hmm.
He's just getting fucked up, and then at the end he's like, "I'm just having a moment, bro." And his friend's just like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
He's like, "I'm just having some times right now, bro."
It's like you got a tissue, like nigga, what? Bro, so funny, man. And he's just himself.
I know.
I love that.
He probably hates himself so much on the inside, but
you can only imagine.
Oh my god, right? I can't imagine having that type of money and power. Anyway, so we are on to 10 points, which should have definitely been the 10th song. I don't know why I have such an issue with it being 11th. Because it's right there. Just flip it in full circle. Like, I don't think anything loses when you do that. And I don't know.
I kind of like 10 points being right before The Cure.
Do you?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I don't know. Then push everything else fucking back. I want the one with 10 in it to be the 10th track. I don't know. I just... Minor gripe.
Minor gripe. Put a little graphic here. It's a minor gripe.
Minor gripe.
You got to make that a thing. Minor gripe.
But aside from that, I actually like the song a lot.
The song was awesome.
Yeah, I like how it talks about, just kind of loving yourself and not really caring. It almost reflects back to, what was it? King's Disease, where it was talking more about like people trying to tear you down, but this one's more about like, that one's about watching out for people. I feel like this one is more of a personal, like being in tune with yourself and keeping you up, and like making sure that you in your own head and that you're cool between you and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that is kind of the yin and the yang to that. Those two kind of mirror each other in that way.
And this, I resonate with what you said on All Bad, with like getting over someone, doing you wrong. Obviously, it's a little more extreme here, where he's talking about, where he grew up in the streets and whatnot,
Yeah,
and
the nitty-gritty and everything.
yeah, him just having that paranoia,
Mm-hmm.
and him being like very open about the PTSD that he has, and being apprehensive with trusting people.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate that he's just being out in the open about that, instead of being like the tough guy, like I do this, but he's like, that shit that happened to me as a kid still affects me today.
Yeah.
And then in the hook where he's like, King, you got to learn to let it go and move forward. And, obviously him, I guess, referring to himself, like you said. And also, I get like a 1985 by J. Cole kind of vibe.
I can see why you'd think that.
That's
kind of that's fine. I wouldn't have thought of that. I can see why you say that.
It's like the repetition of King, it sounds like he's just talking to you.
Yeah.
Whoever the listener is.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Fear, too, by Kendrick Lamar.
How so? Elaborate on that.
Well, just like how he, like, it's, like towards the end of the song where it keeps punctuating with fear. Like, fear.
Oh, just the repetition wise?
Just the not like in terms of, like, the song content or anything like that, just the way it was, like, put together. Just the punctuation with it. Like, he punctuates with King, Kendrick punctuated with Fear. Just, like, kind of how it was laid out in the song.
Yeah. That kind of repetition does stick with you. And I don't know. I might start calling you King, John. I don't know. It's very. I had this black dude that always came to the thrift store back when I was working at the thrift store. Shouts out to, I don't know, want to blow up the spot, but shouts out to one of the many Park Avenues in Georgia. There's like 50 of them. You'll never find it. But I was working there, and this black dude had to be in his like early 30s or whatever. Always came into dashiki, getting our used, dusty ass books.
Oh, he's getting books?
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
It was kind of dope, but God knows he didn't read them. But
you don't think?
I don't know. But it was kind of cool in general that he's just picking up books at a thrift store instead of like Fitters, like your boy. But he always called me King and whatnot. I was like, it goes a long way.
I always call people brother.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's just when someone calls you that, it's endearing. It kind of just in that moment kind of brings you up.
Acknowledging someone in general, instead of just like a hey, yo, what's up? Yeah. It's like cool that you said hi to me.
Yeah.
But bring it on another level where it's like, hey, what's up, John?
Yeah.
Me just saying your name or I mean, I guess for me anyway.
Yeah.
I have this there's this dude at my job that says like where everybody else says good morning, which is cool, whatever. There's this one older guy that's like, hey, how's it going, Xavier? And just him just saying my name, and it's like, oh, you're not just kind of saying that. You're
So
like
you're actually acknowledging me.
yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I get from, and maybe that's just my self-deprecating child inside me. Call me back, Dad. It's just one of those things where it's like when he keeps saying King, it's like, oh, this is this is kind of lifting me up. I'm listening now.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I feel it. And kind of in the same vein, just smiling at someone. Like I've noticed that. I remember growing up, like I was always kind of afraid to approach people, but when you're just passing someone, like try it the next time you're out in public or at the gym or wherever. Just when you're crossing paths with someone, and because it's natural to make eye contact, just smile. You don't gotta show teeth. Just do that, and I promise you they'll smile back. It's a natural human reaction, and it's kind of cool. And I don't know what it is, but like when you smile and you see someone else smile, it makes both of you feel good.
It is kind of fresh.
Yeah, and it's almost like a superpower in a way, man. It's kind of cool. It's to have that ability to just do one small movement, and you could make someone feel something. You could brighten someone's day. You don't even need to say anything. You could just say, "Hey, what's up?" Or you don't like I said, you don't even need to say shit. Like most of the time I'm at the gym, I'll make eye contact with someone. I'll just, "Hey, how you doing?" Smile, And for people that kind of like me that struggle in like social situations sometimes, it really helps to just smile, because when you're smiling, it makes you seem more relaxed, and it helps others relax around you, and it really, really helps. I know we kind of got off tangent for that, but like life advice with John, but
No, I mean the general theme of this song is like it's to uplift you, and you're learning from Nasty Nas himself on it feels like he's giving advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean that is what he's doing. It's exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So your camera's about to go out. So let's get the Cure out of the way, boy.
Okay, The Cure. This is Nas is kind of. I feel like this is. I picture him kind of sitting down, kind of reflecting and recapping his career almost, and kind of seeing how far he's come with this track.
That's what the beginning felt like.
That's the vibe I caught.
Yeah, the beginning. It felt like he was talking to himself, where it was like they want you to go mainstream. They want you to get this new sound or whatever, which may be, I don't know. I feel like there's people on two sides of the spectrum with that, in terms of being like, Nas, get better beats, get these poppy kind of cool beats. You'll sound a lot better, but also like, Nas, do what you were doing before.
Yeah.
But
And I'm sure that's incredibly frustrating as an artist that's so heavily regarded, to have that kind of, because artists change, and it's something that's either good or it's bad. You can go in a direction of chance, which I think most people would agree trended downwards in terms of quality from acid rap.
for sure.
Oh my god! But then you have like someone like a Mac Miller, who, and I know you don't really like. Do you like Kids? Like the 2009 project had Knock Knock on it.
I never listened to that fully. I do like this track title. The title track, Kids.
Yeah. Did you like Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza?
I don't think so. Was Donald Trump on that too?
Donald Trump was on Blue Slide Park, or as a single maybe. But yeah, I mean the thing about that type of vibe, right? It's kind of the frat kid type rap, and then you go into like a watching movies with the sound off, and it's real dark and psychedelic and weird, and then it keeps growing and shooting off of that, and he puts out all this, like, Mac Miller is one of my favorite evolutions of an artist I've ever seen. Maybe my favorite. I feel like he consistently got better.
I feel you. Yeah.
Like I don't think there's a single album that like I didn't like post, other than like the Larry Lovestein shit and some of that stuff. But that's kind of a different vibe he was going for. But
yeah,
that was a good one. But with Nas, like him being kind of considered a GOAT, like his name's up there, like your Jay-Z's, your Pacs, your Biggies. I mean, that's, he's one of the Mount Rushmore in a lot of people's eyes. So to have people kind of tell you to either go back to what you started at, but you've already evolved as an artist, and then you have other people that are from like these different labels and these different people that are trying to make you go to this more poppy, more easy to put out sound.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you go? It's because he might want to do something, but that might not be either. It might not be his old stuff. It might not be super mainstream either. So I'm sure that's incredibly frustrating to hear all the time. Because I mean, he's been hearing it forever now. I'm sure at this point. I mean, he hasn't changed all that much. Like if you,
I wouldn't. I would say so.
like if I played you Illmatic and then I played you this album and be like, what's the difference?
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, he still got it.
Yeah.
The only argument you can really make is his choices of obviously what I mentioned before, like what
Beats
the production.
Yeah.
That
I feel like
choosing.
that's the way that he should have evolved more was beat selection, because he already had the flow and the lyrics and the rapping ability to basically do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wish that, granted, I'm speaking from a very uneducated perspective on his discography, but I feel like maybe if he had switched up his beats a little bit more and everything wasn't so samey, I probably would have listened to some of his shit. Like if you could, because I could play you, you know, watching movies with the sound off, swimming, The Divine Feminine, or Good AM, and each of them have their own different thing, but it's still Mac Miller. You know, Nas, it's like this has all just been a continuation of the Illmatic. And so different little changes, tweaks here and there, but it's pretty much the same Nas that we've had for 27 years.
Yeah. It is kind of tricky in that regard.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Mason. Shouts out to Mason, one of the homies.
What's up?
What if we let Eminem just do his thing after a Revival? Was it Revival or Recovery? The bad album. With him in front of the flag.
Oh, Revival.
Revival. What if we just let him chill and just kind of, hone in on that, poppy kind of aesthetic that he was going for, Just kind of just letting him
Was
evolve.
that not what he did with this new album?
No,
Music to be Murdered By?
I think he stepped backward with that.
You think?
Well, I mean, he had some, definitely a few cuts on there.
I said like Godzilla and shit.
Yeah.
By the way, I fucking hate that song.
That definitely took some steps
Road Truckers.
Towards the mainstream sound on a few of those. But I feel like especially with Kamikaze and everything.
Yeah.
He even said, I try not to overthink this one, which is basically like, okay, I'm doing my old stuff again. Love me, But I don't know. That's what I think about a lot. Like, what if we just let artists kind of just ride out, the experimentation that they're, kind of doing instead of let the audience sway them. Which, obviously Nas.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
damn
been,
thing anyone's ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think he's swayed at all. So it's kind of a teeter totter.
Yeah.
But in terms of the song itself, second half of The Cure, and I'm not gonna pull an AZ and read his full verse, but that best verse on the album for me.
AZ's?
No, Nas, the second half of The Cure,
Okay.
the beat switch.
Ooh.
Once again, Hit Boy did your damn thing. I wasn't expecting that out of Hit Boy, but he got some range, bro.
He do.
In terms of his production style.
But yeah.
But definitely what you were talking about, him just like reflecting on his career and whatnot. And I haven't said and whatnot a lot this podcast. I've been counting. I have like 4.
You're 4. I don't notice it when you say it. Like, it's not intrusive. It really
It's until I address it and
until
derail the
I
pod.
was saying until you bring it up. Like, I really don't notice it. Like, I don't notice it when I'm watching the podcast after the fact. Like,
Yeah, I just need to chill.
yeah, just you're good, man. You're
Yeah.
doing good. We're
King.
both doing good, King.
There you go.
Anyway, I guess we can talk about the last track. Is it considered a bonus, Spicy?
Yeah, it is a bonus. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like bonus in parentheses. I'm pretty sure.
I know you didn't like. I didn't mind it. It definitely wasn't like the best track on the album or anything, but it was okay. I liked Ferg's verse on it. It was all right. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it's a bonus for a reason.
That's fair.
I didn't care for Spicy.
Oh no, don't talk trash on all the bonuses now. There's some good bonus tracks out there.
Oh man, yeah, definitely.
I'd say some of the. You ever listen to the Good Kid, Mad City Deluxe Edition?
Yeah, that's fair. But
I'd say it's like 5 of the bonus tracks are like better than some of the songs on the album.
yeah, but not the case for
No,
Spicy.
not the case for Spicy. No,
Spicy
didn't seem like it really had a place here. It just seemed like
That's why. Yeah, I felt like if it wasn't a bonus and he just stuck it somewhere, we kind of would have been like, "Whoa, what's happening here? What year is it?"
Be like, I said, this is odd.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of a hype up track. It's talking about Pricey and It reminds me of that Tory Lanez song. Was it that Pricey and Spicy song he had off of his last album before he shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot?
God damn.
God, right? Dude, he's 5'4". He's smaller than I am. That man is tiny. He weighs like 120 pounds. She could have hip tossed it. She could have beat his ass.
She could have sat on him.
She could have. She could have fucked him up. That's probably why he had to take the gat out.
Jesus.
He's probably about to beat his ass.
Tory Lanez, what you doing shooting a big woman? A woman in general.
That's what I'm saying. And shoot her in the foot. Why in the foot?
Take it easy, bro.
Talking about, I got little man syndrome. Let me bring you down to my level. Goddamn. And she sat outside and stood on that bitch while she was talking to the cop, too. Megan Thee Stallion, shouts out to you. You tough as fuck.
Yeah, she's a stallion for a reason.
Indeed. I'm happy to see a lot of the Houston natives kind of standing up for her, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Bun B came out and said something about it. I think it was Bun B.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think, but because I guess she doesn't have her mom or her dad or like a lot of her close like actual like blood families passed away.
Oh, really?
So they're like, we don't. They don't have. He was talking about like she doesn't have her mom or her dad, so like I'm gonna stand up for her.
Right. Respect.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people have came out and like asking Tory Lanez why he hasn't addressed it or whatnot. It's like his lawyers are telling him to keep his fucking mouth shut because he shot somebody and he's definitely going to get deported and probably charged with something too.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going to happen with that, but, you know, I'm okay with Tory Lanez getting canceled. I never listened to his music. Tory Lanez definitely do better.
Yeah, for sure. Although I did like the Conor McGregor song that you had on your last album. It was pretty good. Also, I don't know. I used to talk to this girl, and she was a huge Tory Lanez fan. And when that happened, I was just kind of like, "Get your boy. This wouldn't have happened if you would have stuck around.
True that.
You wouldn't have had to. You know, I could have given you shit about this. No, you'd rather be a fan of the dude that shoots women. Very telling.
This could be us, but you playing. What do you rate this album?
6.
Whoa! I was expecting that though. I think I was expecting that. I give this a solid 7.5.
7.5.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't deserve that point. That's fair. All right, what? But like we gave a Mine an 8. This is a half point below a Mine.
No, we can't do that, John. We can't do that because that's half of like Fantano's comments. You gave Lil Pump an 8, and then you gave this Earl thing a 6.
Are we judging them in different contexts like he does? I guess.
For sure.
Okay, I guess. All right, fine.
Amine's whole aesthetic is not the same. I can understand if we were doing like Freddie Gibbs and maybe like a Nas album or a Jay-Z and then reviewing the Nas.
Okay, I mean as long as we're like.
I just think that's unfair and it's kind of weird.
That's fair. I guess like I'm grading it on how much I enjoyed it, and it's a 6 on the enjoyed scale.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can see it from that perspective.
You know, I mean lyrics wise, I mean like. It's everything you could want. Like if you're a guy that really likes rappers, and like you like to just hear bars. I mean, this is the project for you. And I like that stuff sometimes, but like more times than not, I used to be a lot more into it. I've become much more open-minded to, I guess, the new modern style of rapping. But it's it's definitely not something that like a lot of people from our generation would typically listen to.
I think he did do a good job. I guess Hit Boy did a good job at bridging.
He did. The production definitely did not sound dated. The production sounded very modern and very good.
Yeah, yeah. So you have Nas's style, and Nas didn't compromise in any way. He just kept him himself, and then alongside with Hit Boy's production, I think it made it very accessible for the younger audience. So
for sure.
I appreciate it for that.
For sure.
But yeah. I guess 7.5 for me. You gave it a solid 6.
6.
Light 6 to a decent 4.
6.5. It's not a 7.
So yeah. To each his own.
To each his own. Can we put the numbers above our heads? That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll probably do that. Maybe not. My computer will catch on fire. But I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we got through this. I was very intimidated. Still am for some reason, even though we're wrapping this up.
Yeah, sorry for blowing it off a few days.
No, you're good, man. You know what? My main thing with this is that I still want it to be. I don't want us to ever seem like work.
Yeah.
To review music and stuff like that.
Oh, this was a slog.
Oh God.
I'm kidding. I didn't.
John's like I clocked in, so
I know. Just listen in the car. It's like, oh, I wish I could enjoy my ride to work, but I got to put on King's Disease. Oh my God. No, it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't great.
Fair enough. Okay, your camera's about to kick the bucket.
Doses that camera.
Let's wrap up. Oh my God, I'm just gonna start recording you because I'm afraid it's gonna lose all the footage.
All right.
My name is Xavier,
Johnny.
and this has been Wigga Weekly. Thank you guys for watching, and for sure, let's hit up that Big Sean because that's dropping Friday.
Did you listen to the motherfucking I think I have it. Who dropped a new song recently?
They dropping an album too? Who could it be?
Fuck, I forgot. I don't remember.
We'll figure it out next time on Wiggle Weekly. Will John figure out what the hell that just dropped? That could be more anticipated than Big Sean. Find out next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Thank you guys for watching. You have a good one.
Doses. Peace and love.